We have had quite the experience this week.
Uh,
Experiences.
I'd say you have more so putting up with me this week, poor thing. you caught me on one moment being the diva, and you put me in my place. And
That's the mom in me.
Which I love when Rich Vernon says, "Mom is manager of marketing."
Yep.
He said it with the straightest face.
He did. He said everything with the straight face.
Yeah, right. I think he misses calling in stand-up comedy or something.
I
like
think
that.
you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think this trip has changed you as an artist?
It has reminded me as to why I did it in the first place.
Which is?
I need to rephrase that. I need to rephrase it by saying it demythed the reason I did it. I started being an artist in the first place, which is for the fame, the sex, the drugs, the rock and roll. Because, face it, I've done them all. I'm even at a point in my life, and maybe it's getting older. The sex doesn't mean as much anymore, and the drugs are getting a little. I just haven't done it in years, so that's out of the picture. Say if you want to save aspartame and Diet Coke and caffeination.
And if you do that, dude, you mainline it.
Yeah, so go big or go home, right? Which we have this week. This tour has forever changed me in the best way. I mean, I've always wanted to tour, so there are 3 things I said I was going to do this year, and I think I may have mentioned it in the other video, and maybe I'll reiterate it again. Quit smoking, run a marathon, and go on tour. And I didn't even think about it that going on tour actually incorporated one of 2 things, because I was playing for a marathon, for crying out loud. And this has just been, it's been great. It's been great to actually be on the other side of it, as opposed, watching the runners and playing for them. And St. Jude's, just playing for all these impatients that I feel I can make a difference. If for a moment, or for a lifetime, it's so much inspiration. If my pond was dried up for creativity, it's been filled again, that's for sure. And it reminded me it's really not about the money, because I have no qualms about telling people I lost a lot of money doing this, and I knew I was going to, but I've always agreed with the adage, if you want to sell, you have to spend. And it's a first for anything. And I'll never forget, I did a gig at the Green Olive. It was on the southeast side of Chicago, and Joe Pope was the manager there. He was having a cigar, and I was outside having a cigarette, which again was one of the things I quit this year. And he's like, "So how's the second album coming along?" I told him the Jen Porter thing. I said it's great. I said, now we just got to go in the studio, got to produce it. It costs a lot of money, but if you want to sell, you have to spend. And he laughed. He's like, in the straightest face, and like one fell swoop, he laughed because most people do not realize that. And he's right. It's always like, well, what about this? So it's going to cost this. And yeah, I'm still in foreign debt, but who cares? It's better than being miserable with the job. I've had the office job. I've done it all. I've done the retail. I've done the military. And I love for people's reaction. Go, you did the military? Yeah, I can't believe it either. But I did it, and I just see people walking around dead, and I can't do that. It's not me. And I believe it. Everybody has something that they can do. Everyone is born to do something, to make a difference. And for me, being a spaz, being an actor at times when it permits and when the universe allows, but music's really been my calling, and it's been proven this week. And there's been at least three songs coming out this week, and more in my head that's going to come out in the local tourist showcase on Thursday. It has, I don't want to say rerouted me, it's not the right word, it's the first word that comes to mind. And it solidified my ground.
So what's next after this? After the local tour showcase, of course.
Okay. Very good question. I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. So you're keeping the secret. Spending more time with my girlfriend and solidifying that relationship. And it's good to be with someone like-minded who she's going for a degree in May from Columbia, studying acting and musical theater, which it's weird. Like I've gotten the degree in theater, but she reminds me it's not what you want to do because it's just. I remember I would rehearse and, but it's what she loves to do. She loves the rehearsal process, and she's always joyful when she comes home from it. So it's great that she's doing it, but I also don't envy her because it is such a competition to do such a thing. So spending enough time as I can with her, it is going to visit my aunt in Colorado. It is getting more songs together to put the album together that I said I was going to do. Putting an album together that of all the songs that was going to be Riding the Rails. Planning more Riding the Rails tours. This is first of many. And Teresa Carter, you better come with me. We better do this again, as I am going to be a spaz and not let you live it down. I still don't know how I got you for 6 days. I don't get it. I don't. No, I have to shout that to
No, there are people sleeping.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry. I've been using my inside voice all week. I'm good. I'm good. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Spent time with my girlfriend, getting the album together. Spent time with my aunt this week. Getting the goals together next. Maybe getting a full band together. After that, I don't know. I found the best thing for me to do. And you learned this week, you poor thing, when I spaz out, is like controlling less, trusting more. Trusting this more. And I've been doing that for the past few years, and I swear to God, just as you admitted, or sorry, people watching this in third person, as Teresa Carter admitted in her interview, that the local tourist was just as an inspiration. It's something she had to do. It's following your gut. It's been working. Obviously, we're here. Same thing. 2005, that's her calling me right now. 2005, I had the office job and I couldn't take it anymore, and I was like, what stopped me from doing Potbelly? It was a job I had in college. I waited, made calls on the fly. Go, do you need a musician? Do you need a musician? Waited like 4 stores in a row because I knew I'd have 5 or 6 more. 2 weeks notice. See ya. Haven't looked back since. Do what you love. The money will follow. Take the next step. Martin Luther King said it. Take the first step. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. I gotta do that more. Stop looking at the staircase. Just keep stepping. I don't know. I mean, I quote many people on that. Take the leap. The net will be there to catch you. My best friend Nick Wilgus, who I've recorded many albums with me, great drummer friend, used to growl all the time, go, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. He's like, dude, your problem is you look down at the ground and you keep looking at where you're stepping. How about instead of looking down here, you look out there? Just stop looking where you're stepping. Just look. And what a coincidence, I'm looking right at the camera. I could not do what I do if it wasn't for the small people in my corner. I'm not just talking about riding the rails. There have been people that I've forgotten about. And my big-headedness of wanting to make it big. My brother. I don't talk to him much, but I know he believes in me. That's huge. My sister, I know we've parted ways, but I know that family has been a concept that scared me since I started this. And it's the reason I became an artist in the first place, was to find myself. I'm now starting to understand the concept of family and how important it is. And my family includes a lot of people. My girlfriend's included as one of them. And I don't care how quick it is, but sometimes you know. And my aunt, who I just met this year, was from my estranged father. She finally contacted me this year, and it's going to be a huge deal going home Christmas. I'm making sure to spend more time with my brother, spending more time with my best friend. And now the Riding the Rails team is becoming family to me. And this would not have happened. I don't care what anybody says. Entrepreneurship, business, blah, 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 blah. Some come and some go. But for this to have happened, there's no way I could have done this by myself. There's no way I could have done this with the person sitting across from me by herself. Riding the Rails is family. And a family starts with small seeds. And that's why the concept had to work to include other singer-songwriters. This has to succeed. Not just for myself, not just for the local tourist because she loves doing this, not just for Misery Loves Company, not just for Leah Jones, but I mean, let's face it, I'm a dime a dozen. There's singer-songwriters come and go, and it's not to put myself down, it's just to be realistic. It's like, I have a little bit to offer, so does Stereo Sinai, so does Matt Ride, so does Rev Billy, Left Turn at Albuquerque, and the plethora of many others in cities that we haven't even touched yet. I mean, this is a monster that has to be let out of his cage in the best way. What's next? I'm really curious to see as to what Riding the Rails is in store, because I want to serve notice right here on camera that come this time, 2010, we will hit so many cities, and we will have so many more success stories. Riding the Rails will be successful.